to this week's episode of the Ramblin' Runnels podcast, hosted by Jesse Runnels. Also, my lovely wife has joined me again on the podcast.
Hello.
Sorry that we didn't do one last week. I worked the weekend last week, so timing was an issue, but sorry, folks. Let's see, we survived the Deep South freeze / we don't live in Texas, so I'll say the Deep South freeze.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad here as it was in Texas. I think we did a podcast that day on Valentine's Day when it was really icy, but it stayed really icy through Monday, and everything was closed on Monday. Tuesday was my birthday, and our grocery store was open, so there was at least that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, so everything was... we were going to go see house floats on Tuesday for my birthday and Mardi Gras, but I was too nervous to drive down because it was still icy.
Yeah.
I would have just been a ball of nerves, so it was like, why even bother? I wouldn't have fun.
Right. Well, so...
On that note, if anyone is selling Xanax...
Yeah.
Just kidding, I can get it from my doctor.
Gosh. Well, anyways, this weekend we made up for her, the weather affecting her birthday scheduled events, so...
Yes, we did the encounter tour at Barnhill Preserve in the otter swim.
Yeah.
So I was kind of a bitch when we first arrived.
Right.
Because we get there and we're in this parking lot and there's all these other cars, so I'm confused. We get out and there's all these people without masks. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought the entire tour and encounter stuff and otter swim. Okay, so we paid Jesse paid $200 for this, which I think is a lot. Just for me, not including his encounter part. I thought it was going to be private. I thought, we would get a private tour and then get to, privately hold the animals and then privately swim with the otters. I don't know why I thought that. Well, I do know why I thought that. Their Facebook photo shows, all these amazing photo shoots. There, one specifically, I remember, these people, sipping their cocktails, posing in a field with the baby sloth, and it's okay, I thought you could kind of do whatever you want. I mean, obviously not whatever you want. You can't pet the sloth, you can't touch them, but I thought it'd be a private time, and they never show more than a few people with the otters at a time. They're always close up photos. So anyways, we joined a group of 30 people, very few people wearing masks. So I was kind of a bitch about it. Jesse said I was embarrassing him, and I was like, I didn't pay $200 just to get COVID. And the lady was like, well, we're outside, as if you can't get COVID outside.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I tried to tame Jill as much as I could.
Yeah, it was still really enjoyable. We were able to. It did feel safe. We were able to still see the animals and be at a safe distance. And during the encounter portion, we were able to have a safe distance between people. Of course, as soon as the otters came, so the otter swim was limited. There were 4 other people in there with me and the zookeeper people. As soon as the otters came out, I forgot. I was such a hypocrite. I forgot everything about distancing. I was just I don't care. Give me the otters. I just completely lost my mind and did not pay attention to any rules whatsoever. Which I feel they should know that that's going to happen. People are going to freak out and want to touch the otters and not. They're well, the pool's big enough to distance. Okay, but there's 2 otters. I'm not going to go stand in the other side of the pool while someone plays with the otters. I'm going to want to be where the otters are.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I didn't do the otter encounter because I mean I wasn't about to spend $400, but also I mean I just also didn't care enough. But I mean the whole thing. Honestly, I mean, I thought it was way overpriced.
It was 100% over. The encounter part was 100% overpriced.
Really, I would say even the otter swim.
The otter swim. So the encounter's pretty pricey.
It's like $40 a person. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's it. I thought it was more.
I think I want to say it was like 40.
Oh, I thought it was closer to like. Okay, no. So we paid a lot for the otter. Yeah,
it was like 178. 178 for the otter swim, I think.
Yeah, the encounter, $40 a person. I guess if you know what it is, it's not bad.
They're really trashing these people.
I know. Well, but that really is overpriced. Like, if I'm 178 minus 40, so that's like 130 for an otter swim. It was like a half an hour. I should have a half an hour alone with the otters for that price. Not alone. That sounds creepy, but you know what I mean.
Wait, no, it's 178 for just the otter swim.
The otter swim included the encounter.
Right. I don't think you can say you just want the otter swim.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to do the encounter and the otter swim, it's an additional $130 to do the otter swim on top. If you,
right.
Rather than the, yeah. So now that I know that, yeah, it's definitely overpriced.
Yep. Let's see what else happened. We're going to Dauphin Island today.
I wasn't done with the otters.
Oh, sorry.
Sir.
Excuse me. I made a mistake, folks.
Yeah, thank you. So the otters were so precious. We had peanut butter and whiskers because Jelly didn't feel like coming out. But then peanut butter and whiskers spent the whole time looking for Jelly.
When does Jelly feel like coming out?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
When does Jelly feel like coming out, Jesse?
It's a joke saying that Jelly's hard to get out of jars.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways. I thought it was a logistical question. They put the crates and the otters know it. That means it's swim time, so they don't force them in. They let them choose if they want to come or not. And Jelly was like, no ma'am. So, but then peanut butter and whiskers were just the whole time looking for Jelly. So we honestly didn't even swim with them. We sat on the deck and they like rolled around in our towels, which I think was better than swimming with them. Because like, I don't want to play with otters. I want to cuddle them. And so I got to cuddle them and pet them. And I did get yelled at because I let one bite me. Like a cat chews on you when it's playing, like a little love nibble. Mm-hmm. They were like, ma'am, we do not encourage that behavior. Oh, but it's cute. He's nibbing on me. I thought it was precious.
Yeah.
It was really cute. Jesse can post a picture of me with the otters on his Instagram.
Okay. It's through a net, so it won't be good quality.
I'll send you pictures. Yeah, thankfully the people I was with were nice and took photos of me and sent them to me.
And, yeah, they really, separate the people heavily if you didn't go.
Yeah, I thought Jesse would be able to, just stand there and take photos, not touch the otters, not swim. I didn't realize the otters would be all over the deck, I guess. I thought Jesse would just be able to hang out and, photograph me. And they were like, no, he has to go in this corner 1,000 feet away. There's a net that he has to go through. It's like, what? Pointless.
Yeah.
So they have strict rules for that, but apparently not strict rules about COVID.
Yeah, no. Otters nearly escaped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kept trying to run away to get to Jelly.
Okay.
They were, seriously, they were, watching them, it was very anxious behavior. They were looking for her.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, it actually was kind of sad. I mean, they were still happy. They were still having a good time.
Yeah.
Once we got on the deck and weren't trying to force them into the pool.
Yeah. Well, also, can we change topics now? Are we done with your otter swim and Barn Hill Preserve stuff?
Otters.
Well, I mean, I guess we could talk about some of the other animals that were there. It was pretty cool seeing, like, there was a hyena,
Yeah.
kangaroo,
There
emus. Excuse me. My cows, however you say it.
Macaws.
Parrots.
My favorite, there were some gay parrots.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they actually had homosexual intercourse, but they...
I thought they were gay macaws.
Macaw is a parrot. It's a type of parrot.
Okay.
Anyways, so they put a mating house in with a bunch of macaws, and it's supposed to be for a male and female to go in and start a little family. Well, these two male parrots were just like, nope, ours, and they live in the mating house together, which I think is super precious and hilarious. There were plenty of females. They could have chosen a female to go in and mate with, but they chose each other.
Can't put old ideals on those macaws.
No, love is love.
Love is tight.
Love is tight?
You heard me.
Okay.
Anyways.
Next topic.
I don't know. I mean, seeing all the animals was pretty cool. The sloth. We saw an armadillo.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
We petted an armadillo, a boa, a ball python. There was a baby possum that we did, a bear-tail possum that we did not get to pet, which made me sad. And then the baby sloth. Was there anything else?
I can't remember.
Yeah. The baby sloth you couldn't pet or anything. It just stayed on its pillow because apparently petting it is kind of stressful for it, and your hands can mess with its oils and whatnot. Dude, that thing stank.
Yeah, it smelled, yeah.
It was real nasty. Its face was really cute because they were feeding it snacks, and I mean, that's the life I want, to be carried around on a pillow and fed snacks while people talk about how cute I am. Literally the best life. But it was very precious as it ate its snacks. But outside of its little face, like, everything else about it is really terrifying and gross.
So I guess that's everything about the Barn Hill Preserve.
The otters were... Everything about the otters was perfect. They were amazing, and I loved them.
And so today we're going to Dauphin Island, Alabama, which is to visit Jill's parents, and I guess some of Jill's parents' friends might be there, I think. And
yeah, every year my parents and their BFFs, Ruth Ann and Tim, get a place at Dauphin and stay for a couple weeks. So we usually get to go visit, thankfully, since it's pretty close. So we're going today, Sunday, and going to stay through the week because Jesse's off and I can work from home, so I'll be able to work while I'm there. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll be fun. Maybe try some seafood. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, seafood. Yeah, the food there is like... The restaurants are usually pretty good. It just...
There's like 2.
Yeah, it just sucks because it's kind of the same thing over and over. But also... And one is like... The food's really good, but the service can be really, really slow. I don't know. It's iffy. I like the Lighthouse Cafe and Bakery, though. That's always fun to go to.
Oh, yeah.
They have like giant cinnamon rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Their breakfast sandwiches are good.
Mm-hmm.
I like a good brunch and breakfast place.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about.
I can give everyone an update on my
Oh yeah, her
endoscopy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I talked about it on.
Oh, my mom's calling.
Okay. So I think I shared it on the last podcast or two that I had an endoscopy done because I've been having really bad GERD, like acid reflux. And an update, which is really great. I thought there would be like a ton of damage, because I was in a lot of pain and just constant discomfort. But there was just a little bit of irritation, and they took a biopsy, and it's nothing. There was just nothing. It was just a tiny bit of irritation. And so based on the fact that I didn't have a lot of damage, they think that I'm not necessarily overproducing too much acid, but rather that the nerve endings in my esophagus and stomach are super sensitive, like hypersensitive. So instead of actually trying to make my stomach produce less acid, we're going the treatment route of trying to dull my nerves in my stomach and esophagus so that it's less sensitive to a normal amount of acid. So that's exciting that I don't have, that my esophagus didn't burn through and have a hole in it or something.
Yeah. And
so far it's been good. Past few days have been a little iffy, but I have to try this method for 2 months to see if that fixes it, and if not, we'll go from there. But I'm excited that I don't have lots of ulcers or damage or anything like that.
Yep. So, all right. Well, that's good that there wasn't any significant issues there.
They were like trying to shove me out of that place though where I got my endoscopy. Like I'm so sleepy and just want to stay and sleep. Like I don't wake up from twilight sedation very well. Like it just gets me, and like I just want to curl up and just stay there for like 8 hours. They were like shoving me in a wheelchair basically because I was taking too long to wake up. Jesse had to sit out in the car for a long time.
Yep. All right. Well, do you want to do Jill's Kitty Corner?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I can do something.
Okay.
All right. Time for Jill's Kitty Corner. Oh, that one's cute. I like that one.
Okay.
So not a lot going on with our cats, but some exciting things is last weekend we went to the animal control open shelter here in Baton Rouge, and we got a new cat for our program. We finally got a senior. Her name is Mindy. I think she's like 8 or 10. She's something like that. So not super old, but she had been part of there was a woman who passed away or went in a nursing home or something who had just like 20 cats or something. Dang. But all of them were like super well taken care of. Like Mindy has had she's had a bunch of like dental procedures, which dental procedures for cats are like insanely expensive. So I guess this woman was just well off, and she just had a lot of cats, and they were all in really good condition. But then they all had to find, I guess she didn't have a plan for what to do with them, or no one, or maybe people backed out. You never know what happens, when people finally have to come to the reality of dealing with people's pets. So anyways, all of the others had either been in foster or adopted through our open intake shelter here in Baton Rouge, and she was the last one. So we pulled her. She's really shy, but she's this beautiful calico, and she's just so sweet. She just makes biscuits as you pet her, and she loves treats, but she's just scared because she's been with her mom for her whole life. We have her original adoption papers from when she was a kitten, like 8-10 years ago, whenever it was. And so little sweet cake. She's going through some transition, but I'm hoping she'll warm up and enjoy being around all the other cats. Right now she's in our isolation room, but yeah, I'm excited that we finally we got a senior, because I'm tired of all these young cats who are really playful. Nothing against young cats, I just like seniors better.
Yeah.
And that's it for Jill's Kitty Corner.
All right, well, I think that's it for the podcast this week. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. You can find the podcast on multiple platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much Stitcher, anywhere where you find the podcast. If you want to support this podcast, leave us a review wherever you listen to the podcast. And if you want to send us topics, email me at ramblingrunnels@gmail.com. And you could hit me up on various social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. On Instagram, Jesse.Runnels. On Twitter, Jesse_Runnels. And Facebook, Jesse Runnels. And once again, I hope you guys enjoy this week's episode.
Bye.
Bye.